Inda Hartwell reacted on Twitter to Keith Lee's big All Elite Wrestling debut on tonight's Dynamite. Keith Lee was confirmed to be Isaiah Cassidy's opponent in Dynamite's Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. His debut blew up on Twitter, and Tony Khan is getting a lot of credit for the signing. Inda Hartwell, a WWE superstar, looked ecstatic about Lee's debut on Dynamite and responded with a tweet. Keith Lee was released by WWE in November 2021. The announcement came as a shock to many, who believed he had a bright future as a superstar. Lee's star-making performance at Survivor Series 2019 drew a lot of attention. He performed admirably in the 5-on-5 Men's Survivor Series Triple Threat Elimination bout. When he eliminated Seth Rollins from the bout, he received a standing ovation. In the end, Lee lost to Roman Reigns, but fans realized they were dealing with a future megastar. Fans in attendance reacted happily to Lee's encounter with Brock Lesnar during the 2020 Royal Rumble bout. Fans instantly began fantasizing about a potential dream meeting between the two titans. Lee's WWE main roster career, on the other hand, was a massive letdown. He missed a lot of time in the ring after being diagnosed with COVID-19. When he returned, he was given the unimpressive gimmick of Keith Bearcat Lee, which didn't help him get over. Many fans have been anticipating to see Lee in All Elite Wrestling since WWE released him. Tonight, he defeated Cassidy, and his supporters are looking forward to seeing how Khan handles him on AEW TV. Do you agree with Hartwell about Lee's AEW debut? Do you believe he has the potential to become a great main event star in the future? Please let us know in the comments section below. Sasha Banks promised a fan that she would wrestle former WWE superstar Mickie James at some point in the future. James competed in the Women's Royal Rumble in 2022. To a standing ovation from the live audience, the Impact Knockouts World Champion entered the arena wearing her belt. Sasha Banks recently released a backstage photo with Mickie James and Melina, which appeared to be from the Royal Rumble event. Fans flocked to the comment section in droves, with one expressing disappointment that Banks and James had never competed against each other in singles competition. The boss replied to the fan, assuring them that the match will take place. It's odd that Sasha Banks and James never competed in a singles bout on WWE TV. A brief look at James' match record reveals that she and Banks have competed in 45 WWE matches. The two ladies have wrestled as teammates, as opponents in tag team matches, as part of multi-woman contests, and in battle royals. The two stars, however, never had the opportunity to wrestle each other one-on-one. Sasha Banks took part in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble Roundtable last year, alongside Charlotte Flair, Mickie James, and Natalya. During the interview, Banks couldn't keep her emotions in check while discussing James' impact on her career. The boss informed James that when she was a child, she had a great influence on her. "Mickie, like you and Trish, has no idea what you did for me as a child. I can't tell you how much you encouraged me to come here and how much hope you gave me," remarked Banks. Mickie James' WWE career is deserving of the Hall of Fame. During her initial 7-year run, she was a household name in the women's division. James teamed up with Trish Stratus shortly after her main roster debut. She portrayed a devoted Trish admirer who was adamant about taking her obsession to dangerous proportions. On the way to WrestleMania 22, James turned on Stratus, and the two women squared off on the grandest stage, with the Women's Championship on the line. That night, James defeated Stratus to win her first title. She went on to become a 5-time WWE Women's Champion. Do you want Mickie James to return to WWE for another run? What are your opinions on a possible relationship between these two women? WWE superstar Shayna Basler has hinted at a women's tag team championship run with a significant star in the near future. Basler has been with WWE since 2017. Making her NXT debut during the Black and Gold period and winning the Women's Championship twice. She has had notable feuds with Alexa Bliss and ruled as a Women's Tag Team Champion alongside Nia Jax since being called up to the main roster. Basler, on the other hand, alluded about another run with the tag belts in a recent tweet, this time with 2022 Women's Royal Rumble winner Ronda Rousey. When a fan tweeted a photo of Basler with Rousey and fellow MMA horsewoman Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke expressing interest in a Basler-Rousey title fight, the Queen of Spades quote-tweeted the photo with a peculiar emoji. Following an idle period and infrequent performances on Raw Underground, Duke and Shafir were both removed from their WWE contracts in 2021. Shayna Basler, a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, was a powerful heel on the developmental show, winning with heavy strikes and her submission game. However, Basler has had minimal impact on WWE's main roster. She has had a couple strong performances in women's Royal Rumble matches, a single WWE Women's Tag title run, and has yet to win a singles championship. With talk of a prospective pairing with Rousey spreading among fans, Shayna may be able to reclaim some of her lost momentum. WWE Champion Bobby Lashley wishes to compete for tag team titles with his current manager, MVP. For over 2 years, the two stars have been working together on Monday Night Raw, and they have formed a popular group known as the Hurt Business. During this time, the Almighty achieved remarkable success, capturing the prized WWE Championship twice. Bobby Lashley claimed in a recent interview with Bleacher Report that he has never won a tag team championship in WWE, and with MVP preparing for his in-ring return, it may happen soon. One thing I haven't won in WWE is a tag team championship. MVP has been rehabilitating. I just saw him post something on Instagram doing some work, so I know he's getting ready. Bro, I'm nearly there. I'm almost there, he says every time he sees me. He's putting on some muscle and working out. Me and MVP might try for the tag team titles as well, Lashley stated. John Cena is one of the most well-known faces to have emerged from Vince McMahon's corporation. The leader of the Cenation has won more WWE World titles than anybody else in the company's history. If Cena was still active in the ring, many current stars would leap at the chance to confront him. Bobby Lashley revealed that he would like to wrestle again with the Peacemaker star in WWE. I know he's doing a lot of stuff with the movies and whatnot, but I know he's training and looking over the roster and asking, who can I go over there and do something with? I'm hoping my name is on his list because, of course, I'd like to meet him. At the same time, I never want to detract from the current roster, the ones who are pounding every week and doing the live events, Lashley stated. Lashley is presently slated to defend his WWE Championship within the steel structure at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. The event will take place in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on Saturday, February 19, 2022. WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg had some harsh comments for Universal Champion Roman Reigns ahead of their Elimination Chamber match. Many people are aware that Roman Reigns vs. Goldberg was originally scheduled for WrestleMania 36. The latter was the Universal Champion at the time, and Reigns was the challenger. However, the match did not take place, and the Hall of Famer instead faced Braun Strowman, losing the title. Goldberg stated on WWE's The Bump that he has never lost to anyone associated with Reigns. He claimed that the Tribal Chief is in his prime right now, but that the WCW veteran might still beat him. I've never lost somebody he's related to, Goldberg explained. So that's something I'd like to keep going and true. He's a very different athlete than he was 2 years ago. He's grown, he's changed, and he's far more deadly than he was before. I would have probably gone the opposite way. But, as I've always said, 70% of Goldberg is better than 99% of the people out there. So I still believe I can rip his face apart. And as long as I believe that, as long as I'm physically prepared, it's still doable. Last Friday on SmackDown, Roman Reigns entered the arena alongside his reinstated special counsel Paul Heyman and the rest of the Bloodline. Heyman addressed the microphone to explain to the WWE Universe why he chose to support the head of the table over Brock Lesnar, as well as to clarify his conduct at the Royal Rumble. However, as Reigns took the stage, Goldberg's music began to play, and the WWE Hall of Famer made his way to the ring. The returning legend recognized the Tribal Chief as his opponent and challenged Reigns to a bout in the Elimination Chamber. The match was soon certified by the officials. Do you believe Goldberg can dethrone Reigns at the Elimination Chamber? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below.